What's going on, guys? Suresh here, 221B Tactical, coming at you with a message regarding what's going on right now. We've been getting flooded with emails, messages on social media about the coronavirus, and of course, the people who are out there on the front lines that are not able to work from home, are not being sent home from work. We're talking about first responders, police officers, paramedics, EMTs, firefighters who are in times like this obligated to be at work for your protection. That being said, the messages are coming from concerned first responders about whether or not our gloves will help protect them against the coronavirus. Now, there's a lot of information out there coming out from some bad sources like social media, and there's information coming out from valid sources like the CDC. What I advise everyone to do is go to reputable sources. Don't get your information off of social media. Don't get your information off of Facebook posts of friends and things like that. Don't listen to the rumor mill. Go to the official websites and get the information from verified officials. That being said, the questions you guys are asking about the gloves. Yes, our gloves will offer you baseline protection against the virus if you have the gloves on and you disinfect the gloves properly thereafter. Of course, they are going to give you a baseline protection opposed to not having gloves on at all. So now more than ever, and I meet a lot of officers who say, listen, I just don't like wearing gloves. And I get it. I never liked wearing gloves, but I wore gloves because I wanted my hands protected. God forbid I got stuck by a needle. God forbid someone had a sharp object on them. I didn't want to have to deal with the consequences of having my bare hands getting cut or poked. So I always wore gloves. On top of that, my 13 years as an officer, I have a hard time remembering a time I touched a person that I came in contact with without gloves. I don't care if it was on a car stop that ended up with a search. I don't care if it was a roadside encounter that ended up with a search. 99 out of 100 times, if I was going hands-on in any capacity with someone, I was putting gloves on. That was just me. I was that person that didn't want to have skin-to-skin contact with anybody. Heck, sometimes, as you guys know, sometimes you come across some of these people. Maybe they're down and out, they're homeless, and their outside clothing may be soaked in urine or feces. And you may not be touching their skin, but you are touching their clothing, which is soaked in sometimes their bodily fluids. Many of you who've worked on the street long enough know this. That is why I always wore gloves. So those of you who have been messaging us, my answer to you is yes. You are going to be 100% better off wearing some sort of glove on your hand. Now, does it have to be a rubber nitrile glove? No, it doesn't have to be a nitrile glove. Any glove is going to give you baseline protection. As we know, the coronavirus is not a transdermal virus, meaning you can't get it absorbing through your skin. The reason why people are saying wash your hands, use hand sanitizer, I say forget the hand sanitizer, wash your hands with soap and water 30 seconds thoroughly, and we're going to put out a hand washing video shortly thereafter. Most of you guys know my background, graduating pre-med, biochemistry. You guys know how I feel about disease, bacteria. That's why we have our silver-infused clothing line that I developed, because it's antibacterial, antifungal, and I was always concerned about rashes, infections, things like that. I saw a lot of guys on my squad suffer from different skin infections and skin rashes, things like that, from wearing body armor for extended periods of time. So I was always concerned about those things, touching people and different infections. That being said, if you wear rubber nitrile gloves, whether they're issued to you, you get them through your first aid department, your first aid unit, or your squad medic, rubber gloves are great. They are going to give you baseline protection. The issue that is at hand when it comes to keeping your hands clean is avoiding your mucous membranes. So the problem that most people have is they subconsciously, they'll touch things And then they're touching their lips, they're touching their nose, they're digging in their ear, they're wiping their eyes, and that is how it gets transmitted. Now, there are some talks right now that in certain conditions, the coronavirus can sustain life airborne for a short amount of time in certain environments, heat and humidity. They are saying now that it can be airborne or can sustain and have some presence airborne in some instances. I don't know if that has been confirmed. From what I hear, it has been confirmed, but please confirm that for yourself, and hence why many people you see are wearing the masks now, because in certain ambient situations, the coronavirus can be present. That being said, when you're going into a home for a first aid call, if you have someone who is reporting feeling ill, flu-like symptoms, I advise you to wear a mask and wear gloves. If you don't have rubber gloves, you're going to be transporting them, you're afraid the rubber gloves are too flimsy. We have our Guardian SL gloves. These are non-cut resistant. Everyone has been asking about what are your thinnest gloves that you have to help protect your hands. So I'm going to go over today our thinnest gloves. So we have our Guardian gloves SL and SLG. They're the thinnest Guardian gloves we offer. They are without our level 5 cut resistant lining. So it's just the outer shell of that Guardian glove, and it gives you that baseline protection for your hands. The other gloves we have are our full leather Sentinel gloves. Now, these Sentinel gloves, our full leather gloves, do have that level 5 cut resistant liner in there, so it is an extra layer of protection for you for your hands. Once again, a lot of people aren't looking for the cut protection right now. They're just looking for something to cover their hands to keep any virus or germs or bacteria off their hands, and that's what these are going to do. And they're nice and thin, and of course, they all have touchscreen on them to allow you to use your smartphone device. Another big thing that we've been telling people to do, wipe down your phone. So I see a lot of people washing their hands, pumping that hand sanitizer, using that hand sanitizer, and then they're picking up the phone and touching their phone, and they haven't disinfected their phone. And then, after putting their phone down, they're rubbing their eye, they're picking something out of their teeth, they're picking their nose, and there you go. You're introducing the virus to your mucous membranes, what you don't want to do. Don't touch your face. Wash your hands, don't touch your face. Wear gloves of some kind. Our patrol glove, our ultra-thin patrol glove. Once again, no cut resistant, touchscreen technology. You have the option to mount our 500 lumen light onto it, of course, but you can get the gloves without the light. This is our extremity patrol glove. This is actually our 2.0 version here. And once again, this glove, this extremity patrol glove, feels like almost like a baseball batter's glove, almost like a golfer's glove. Super thin, high dexterity, almost feels like a second skin. It's our thinnest, lightest glove and most popular glove for those of you who want some kind of baseline protection on your hands, especially during this crazy time. So, wear gloves of some kind. If you come in any kind of contact with someone, disinfect the gloves. You guys have all seen the video of me dousing the glove with the hand sanitizer, and then that's for the immediate, and then afterwards I tell people, take them home, wash them with soap and water, and then lay them flat to dry. That's the best way to clean your gloves. Don't throw them in the dryer. Wash them with soap and water. Lay them flat to dry on all of our gloves. The instructions are also on our website, 221btactical.com. If you're going to wear rubber nitrile gloves, I'm going to do a separate video on that, so stay tuned on the proper use of putting on, donning, and removal of the rubber nitrile gloves, so stay tuned for that as well. Keep your questions coming in. We know that you have questions, you have concerns. Everyone is now, in some places, being told to shelter in place. Other places are sending people home early. But we know police officers are going to be on the opposite end of the spectrum and are probably going to be working overtime, extended hours, extended shifts, as well as our first responders, as well as our medical professionals out there. They are doctors and nurses. They are all going to be mandated to be there round the clock during this time. So we wish all of you safety and good health. Keep your emails coming in. Send the messages on social media. Our team is standing by 24/7. Of course, They're working from home, but they're there 24/7 for you to help take care of your concerns, to help keep you safe. Any questions about any of our gloves for this virus time, or you working on patrol at anything at all, give us a call, shoot us an email, send us a message. We are there for you. Most importantly, remember, nothing is more important than your health during these times. So watch their hands, watch your six, and get home safe. Thank you for what you do. God bless. We'll see you soon.